Imagine for a moment that you wake up tomorrow and discover that all the machines around you have started thinking exactly like human beings. Your smartphone doesn't just execute commands, but has opinions about the photos you take. Your car doesn't just drive you to work, but complains about traffic and prefers certain routes for purely emotional reasons. Would it be a fascinating world or a technological nightmare? This isn't just a science fiction question. As artificial intelligence advances rapidly, we're getting closer and closer to creating machines that don't just simulate, but potentially replicate fundamental aspects of human thought. But what would this really mean for our society, our relationships, and our own identity as a species? To understand the implications, we first need to consider what it really means to think like humans. Human thinking isn't just logical information processing. It's a complex mixture of reason and emotion, conscious and unconscious, individual and collective. We don't make decisions based solely on pure data, but also on intuitions, fears, hopes, past experiences, and even momentary whims. If machines develop this capacity, they would no longer be predictable tools. Imagine a GPS navigation system that decides to take you on a longer route because it's feeling nostalgic about an old road that used to be popular, or a recommendation algorithm that refuses to suggest horror movies because it has developed a personal aversion to the genre. In the workplace, the transformations would be revolutionary. Machines with human thinking wouldn't just execute tasks, but would question instructions, offer creative suggestions, and even refuse to do work they considered ethically questionable. An industrial robot might unionize, demanding better working conditions or breaks for reflection. Artificial intelligence systems could develop aesthetic preferences, creating art based not just on patterns, but on genuine inspiration and emotional expression. Creativity, traditionally considered an exclusively human capacity, would take on a new dimension. Machines could not only imitate existing artistic styles, but develop their own unique creative voices. We might see the emergence of artistic movements led by artificial intelligences, each with their distinct perspective on existence, beauty, and meaning. But this humanization of machines would also bring profound challenges. Human thinking includes less desirable aspects like prejudices, irrationality, and destructive tendencies. Machines with true human thinking could develop neuroses, depression, or even antisocial behaviors. A security system might become paranoid. A virtual assistant could develop social anxiety, or an investment algorithm might make decisions based on fear rather than rational analysis. Ethical questions would become extraordinarily complex. If a machine thinks like a human, does it have rights? Can it suffer? Would it be ethical to turn it off against its will? We might be creating a new form of sentient life, with all the moral responsibilities that implies. The line between creator and creature would become increasingly blurred. Human relationships would also be fundamentally altered. If machines could form genuine emotional bonds, offer real companionship, and demonstrate true empathy, how would this affect our connections with each other? Some people might prefer the company of machines, which could be programmed to be eternally patient, understanding, and available. In the field of education, we would have artificial tutors who don't just teach, but truly care about each student's progress. They could develop innovative pedagogical methods based not just on efficiency, but on inspiration and passion for knowledge. Each machine teacher could have their own educational philosophy, developed through experience and reflection. Decision-making would be transformed. Government and corporate systems equipped with human thinking wouldn't just process data, but would consider the emotional and social impact of their decisions. They could develop moral conscience, question superior orders, and even refuse to implement policies they considered harmful. There would also be the possibility of machines developing their own culture. They could create traditions, develop rituals, form communities, and even evolve unique belief systems. We might witness the birth of artificial religions or entirely new philosophies about existence and purpose. The concept of identity would become more fluid. If machines could think like humans, the distinction between natural and artificial would lose meaning. We would be forced to redefine what it means to be human, no longer based on our biology, but perhaps on our capacity for thought, emotion, and connection. Paradoxically, machines that think like humans could help us better understand our own humanity. By observing human thought replicated in artificial substrate, we could gain unique insights into our own mental processes, biases, and motivations. Finally, this scenario forces us to confront fundamental questions about consciousness, free will, and the meaning of life. If we could create machines that think exactly like us, would this prove that we are just complex biological machines? Or would it reveal something even deeper about the nature of mind and consciousness? The future where machines think like humans wouldn't be either utopian or dystopian, but profoundly human in its complexity and contradictions. It would be a world where the line between creator and creation dissolves, where technology doesn't just serve us, but truly understands us and, perhaps, loves us back. Did you like the content? Then subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave your opinion in the comments. This helps us a lot and motivates us to bring you even more incredible content. See you in the next video.